you've chosen palms facing up or down, or a favorite mudra, feel free to let yourself tune in. Notice the breath, the long inhales, and the long exhales. Feel the muscles in your face softening just a little bit more. And your jaw unclenches, releasing any tensions. And let's set an intention for this practice to be exactly what you need it to be. Whether you need healing, rest and recovery, softness, or simply some time to let go. Hold this intention in your heart space. And then with an exhale, let it go. Let's take another breath. And with an exhale, turn the chin over the right shoulder. Inhale to center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale to center. Exhale, gentle head rolls. Rotating mindfully. Take your time to observe and savor the sensations. And let's reverse the direction. And then find center when things feel balanced. The eyes can gently open when you're ready. With the next inhale, let's just take arms wide this evening. And with the exhale, twist to the right. A nice gentle hold, wringing out your spine and your torso of any tensions you're holding. Inhale, float to center, big stretch. Exhale, twist to the other side. Let the breath guide you back. Exhale, side stretch. Inhale to center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, come back. Exhale, surrender forward. And take a few moments to be with your breath. Slowly make your way back. Release those legs and give them a little bit of gentle wake up and warm up. Break up any areas of stagnancy. And then when you're ready, realign, find balance, and let the shoulders relax. Inhale, arms wide. exhale, twist to the right. Noticing all the length and support and how relaxed your shoulders can be. Inhale, float through center. Exhale, take the twist. Inhale, float through center. Exhale, side stretch. Notice all the space you've begun to create. Inhale, come back. Exhale to the other side. Inhale to center. Exhale, fold for just a few breaths. Let's creep crawl back. And we'll get set up for our first posture. It's going to be a variation of wide-legged forward fold. So we're going to set this up with as many props as we need. So if we need additional bolsters, anyone need a second bolster? Let's just get greedy. Let's just use all the props. There. You don't want to feel anything. Well, you do or you don't. But restorative is always explained to me as setting up so many blocks and whatever you need, props, to make sure that you don't really feel a whole lot of sensation. And it really is a nice, subtle, but powerful result because the fascia and everything has a chance to really release tensions without you working so hard for it. So, I'm thinking, we don't need a sandwich with these blocks right here. Yes, this looks about right. Might be a little too tall, but we'll see. And then the blanket, you can either fold up or roll as sort of a place to rest your head. So once things are situated, mine's a little too tall. Remove that sandwich. Remove the meat from the sandwich. All right, once you've got things positioned, take a nice deep breath, and then exhale, settle yourself in. And maybe once you get there, you'll discover where you might need a little extra support. I've discovered I need some height for my head. So if you do have your head turned to the side, we're going to be holding for several minutes. So if you need to switch sides to release your neck and even things out, that's totally okay. But as you relax into this posture, see if you can let go. Let yourself get heavier. Haven't shifted your head to the other side, now is a great place to do so. switch to our next posture, which will be a supported child's pose. So again, we like to really choose which heights and how many props is best for each posture. We all have different shapes, different needs. So, yeah, I think that'll be too tall. We'll start with one of these, and I believe the block, depending on what height, you may or may not need to adjust too much, but I think the middle height is a good place to start. If you find you need more or less, you can always adjust that. But we're basically gonna sit with the block right between the knees, and then when you're ready, creep crawl down and just snuggle right in. Again, if the head is to the side, we'll just have to switch partway through. There's something very surrendering and very cozy about this particular posture. restorative bridge pose. So you've got a couple options here. My first choice would be the bolster beneath the back because it's a little softer. You might relax a little more. But if the block is more sturdy, you can always soften it with a folded blanket as well. But you can try either one and see which one is better for you. And I usually have it widthwise beneath the back. So place that. And again, if it's too much, you can always adjust. And if you need extra pillow for your head, if your neck needs a little more support, you can always use the props behind you as well. More comfortable, you can always allow the knees to bow towards each other. Keep these blocks blanket handy. And now we're going to set that bolster lengthwise against the mat. And we're going to do a little side stretch. So some of us need a little extra support in the hips when we roll onto the side. So sometimes I'll place a block or a foldable blanket. If you're at home, you know, a pillow would work great too. But get as much cushion as you need. You're going to kitty that bolster right against the hip. And then when you're ready, other direction. Make any little adjustments to fine tune your comfort level. And then snuggle back in. posture before we take a brief moment to get ready for the long journey of meditation. We're going to come into a supported variation of legs up the wall. Obviously, we don't have a wall that we're working with, but we do have lots of props. So you could start with 2 bolsters and see if that's enough. Maybe you'll need to squish some blocks in there if you need more height. If anyone needs additional props for their head or neck, that's always good to have as well. But you want to be sure that you are as cozy as possible. And you can always take any other variations too by coming into supported bound angle pose. If you want to open up your hips more, perhaps the knees will be splayed, but those are 2 variations you can work with right here. And once you're there, let yourself get your props right where they need to be. And then let every other part of you melt into the earth. And just let the body be. take a movement or two to get your layers ready, potty break, whatever you need before we take a slightly longer meditation journey today. And I always like to recommend for our final posture, it could be any of the restorative ones we've just done. It could be any of your favorites. There's a lot of ways you can do supported shavasana. But I was really looking forward to supported boat pose. So we'll take a couple of minutes and we can come back and I'll show you how we set up for that. You'll need all the props. Every single one and maybe more.
We could each have like 4 bolsters.
What's that?
We could each have like 4 or 5 bolsters.
Oh, easily. Oh, totally. Well, that's what's great about a smaller class for restorative, because the more props, the better. Really, just stack them. Steve and I picked fiddleheads again yesterday, and then, let's see, every 20 minutes we were filling up a gallon. So many fiddleheads. Oh yeah, I have some in the fridge here. Yeah. So yeah, I just deliver a whole bunch to Devon's too, because they always sell them there. All the locals really love that stuff. Well, there's something about it when you know it comes from the wild. It's like, it's gotta be healthy.
Yeah.
All right, so supported boat. We might even need more props, but we'll see. So each bolster is going to be set up and elevated in a V. One for the upper body and one for the lower body. So I'm going to use one block and see what height I want it at. That might be good. I'm using the tall height for the block, setting it vertically. If I need more support, which I think I'd rather have more support than less, I'll place the second block a little bit lower beneath there, kind of create a tower that feels a bit more supportive. And so now we'll need more blocks, because we still have to elevate the feet. So the foot portion doesn't have to be, or the leg portion doesn't have to be super, super elevated. So I would go on this one, so that one's lowest. That one seems to go a little bit like that way. So this will be for the legs. Yep. Got your little tower. It's like a little fort. It doesn't look like it's super stable, but once you lie down on them, your weight kind of holds it in place too. And then, make sure I got enough room here. So the butt is going to be up against that. And then for this, usually one is enough. And then I place the blanket there. But feel free to use as many props. We're gonna have all of them out here by the end. It's perfect. Rather have more than less.
It does feel like fort building.
It really is like fort building. This is why restorative is so awesome, because it's like being a kid again. And I want to say, maybe even, I almost want my legs like I did in the last posture. I think that's going to feel really great if I can get it stable. So much fun. It really is. It's great. So however you need to get everything set up, let's test it out. Let's see if it holds.
Is that high enough?
Yeah. Does it feel okay?
It feels.
That looks perfect. That's like picture perfect. Yeah. So you can either have the legs like that, or if you preferred the bound position, that's fine too. So whichever strikes your fancy. Oh yeah. And feel free to adjust anything at any time, especially if it's going to distract you from your meditation journey. Once everything is in place, the neck and head can find some comfort. Perhaps a rolled up blanket under the neck could feel nice. Arms can rest or lay at your sides, whichever is more comfortable. And now we'll begin to sink in a little deeper within, letting the eyes close if they aren't already. Feel the muscles in your face softening. And then notice the breath, how full and free. In this space, you can trust that you're safe to let go, to journey wherever you'd like, to allow yourself to receive all the healing, all the love and positive energy that's waiting for you. And now, in our mind's eye, you find yourself in a most beautiful open field. The grass is swaying. You feel the wonderful clean air in your lungs. You notice the wildflowers that live here, colorful and delicate, with their sweet floral fragrances. You begin to walk through this field, heading towards the edge where you see a most beautiful forest waiting for you. With each and every step, you feel the earth beneath you, solid, grounding, magical. You let your hand trail down into the tall grass, feeling the sensation of it against the fingertips. And eventually you reach the edge of the forest and field where the two meet, and you notice a path just ahead, as if it was meant just for you. Allow yourself to step into the forest and immediately notice the shift in energy from open, vast field, light and airy. You immediately feel the safety and sanctuary of this beautiful forest. The birds are singing up in the canopy. There's a beautiful winding brook that travels just to the side of your path. You observe how the water trickles down, creating lovely sounds. And as you continue through this path, let yourself be open to any visitations, any divine wisdom, your higher self, perhaps. You continue to walk peacefully, observing, savoring, absorbing all of it. Eventually, you come to the top of a hill and you notice a most beautiful waterfall. There's a beam of sunshine filtering in and sparkling against the water. You feel drawn to it, to its energy, life-giving, purifying, cleansing. And as you approach, you notice a beautiful pool of water, good for a swimming hole or fishing, or whatever your heart desires in such a place. And now, I'd like you to choose your own adventure and how you would like to interact with this beautiful place. The water has powerful healing energies, so powerful that you need not even touch it. You can simply be near it and feel the effects. But if you do decide to venture into the water, dipping your toes or fingers, or perhaps submerging yourself in swimming, let yourself choose whatever feels right. Let yourself be cleansed. Let's stay here in this beautiful place for just a little while. You can rest easy here. And I'll guide us back out in just a little while. enchanting place. Trust that you've received everything that you need. And allow your breath to deepen. And perhaps when you're ready, you'll start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And let the body find its way back in its own special way. And we never want to rush this part. After traveling so deep and so gentle, we want to make sure we don't shock the body, but allow it to come back on its own terms. Or movements. A few extras might be nice. Gratitude for our shared gentle practice this evening. Let us continue to remember to balance out our lives and our practice and listen to our bodies and whatever it needs, let us continue to give it that. And let us continue to spread love and kindness to the world. May all beings be at peace. Namaste. Thank you.